And hello again. I've had an early start today and I've been to Crewe to collect a couple of pieces I've had chromed. So let's open this up and see what's in here. And first of all, we've got the exhaust collars, collets, which are in a bad way. They've been what's called flash chromed. They've not been polished and smoothed out before they've been chromed. That's pretty much impossible unless you want to spend an awful lot of money. So this is pretty much chromed as it would have been from the factory. So that's fine. That lets me now fit the downpipes and the crossover pipe, which is great. So we'll move that out of the way. And here we have, hopefully, my chromed headlamp shell. If I can open it up. Let's see what's in here. It was painted black, and looking at the bike it didn't look quite right, so I've had it chromed, and they did a great job. Looking at this, I didn't get the bezel chrome as well because that was in pretty good condition, so that looks pretty damn good to me, and I can't wait to see that on the bike. One other small change I'll make is that to bolt it to the headlamp brackets I was using these, let's see if we can see that, these small polished stainless steel bolts, but it didn't look quite right, a bit too small, so instead I've gone for these aluminium fairing washers with a countersunk stainless steel bolt, which I think work a bit better and will give a better grip if needed. So that's a good start for the morning, and now I'll drink some more tea and we'll get those parts fitted to the bike. And here we are with the first pipe on. I'm just going to just make this a bit tighter. I won't make it too tight because they may have to come off again at some point and be manoeuvred to get the H pipe on. So that's on not too much at the moment, and that's great. One point about these pipes is they're handed. Left and right aren't the same, which fooled me because I ended up getting them on the wrong way around. Because of the V-twin nature of the engine, this cylinder is further back than that one on the other side. Consequently, this bend is a little bit deeper, a little bit longer than on the other side. So that's something to watch out for if you're ever messing about with Guzzi exhaust systems. Okay, that's great, and now we'll move on and do the other side. And that's the two downpipes fitted. The downpipes themselves are stainless steel. They're looking a little bit tired at the moment. They could do the good polish, but I'll do that another day. The good thing about stainless, of course, is that unlike chrome, you can just polish them up and they'll come back as good as new. Okay, now I'll move on and fit the H-pipe and the headlamp. And now with the downpipes, I'd like to fit the crossover pipe that lives below the gearbox, but unfortunately, as you can see, that space is used up right now by the blocks of wood that keep the bike up, so that'll have to wait until either get some help to lift the bike up or until the wheels are back on the bike, but that's not a big problem because I've still got no baffles for it, so it's not a big issue. And there's the headlamp fitted to the bike at last. I'm quite pleased I went to the trouble of getting that shell chromed rather than leaving it black. It wasn't cheap to do, it was £40 I think, and for not much more I could have got a complete headlamp shell, but then again that's got a nice finish on it now, and it's a standard Guzzi headlamp, which is always good I think. I think I will have to raise it up slightly to close up the gap between the headlamp and that the back of the Speedo, and apart from that it's all fine, apart from one very small problem I found. And if I zoom in, I'm not sure whether you'll see this, but this countersunk washer here is about 1 millimetre too big in diameter. It sits a little bit proud of this bracket. It's not something you tend to notice, but I notice it, so those washers will have to be machined down by about 1 mil, so they follow the profile of the bracket just perfectly. And apart from that, I'm pretty pleased with that headlamp now. And with those two jobs done this morning, later on today I'll pop over and see my mate Jeff and see how he's getting on with making my fork brace and the alternator cover. And if he's going to work on one of them, then I'll make some videos, a sort of step-by-step process of how we go about making, say, the fork brace. Until then, cheers.